For nearly a decade, Julius Caesar was not in Rome. Instead, he was in Gaul, fighting, conquering, and reshaping an entire region by force. His campaigns were brutal. Entire tribes were destroyed, cities were burned, resistance was crushed. In response, the Gauls united under a single leader, Vercingetorix, in the last great attempt to stop him. The struggle reached its climax at Alesia, where Caesar surrounded his enemies and then prepared to be surrounded himself. Against impossible odds, Caesar's legions held. In the end, there were no speeches. Vercingetorix surrendered himself to Caesar. With that moment, Gaul fell. Caesar now commanded unmatched loyalty, unmatched gravitas, and unmatched power. Caesar's victories made him powerful, but power without permission is a threat. In Rome, fear hardened into resolve. Caesar's enemies no longer spoke of compromise.
Caesar's command has ended. He must return to Rome without his army. And if he does so, he will stand trial the moment he arrives. That is not justice, that is a trap.
No man should march on Rome at the head of legions.
Cato demanded the law be enforced. Cicero warned of what that law might unleash. Pompey believed the Republic still held the advantage.
The Senate has spoken.
If Caesar refuses the order, then Rome must be defended.
I did not seek this responsibility.
Then accept it for the Republic.
If Caesar keeps his army, he acts against Rome.
He had legions, just not in Rome. In the end, the Senate chose a command, not a negotiation. Caesar was ordered to lay down his command or be declared an enemy of the state. The decision was sealed. There would be no turning back. The order moved quickly. From Rome to the camps in the north. For Caesar, the choice was simple and impossible.
Everybody out!
The Republic had spoken. Now it would wait for Caesar's reply. To obey meant surrender to his enemies. To refuse meant war.
Once you cross, Rome will call you an enemy. Rome has already decided.
Once the decision was made, there was no delay. Orders were given. Armor was strapped on. The legions prepared to move. Through the night, the army marched south. Not toward a foreign enemy, but toward Italy itself. At first, few noticed. But by morning, the movement could no longer be hidden. Scouts saw what should not have been there. A Roman army, disciplined and advancing without authorization. The news spread faster than the march.
We must prepare immediately. Send word to the legions
In
and secure
Rome,
the city.
the news spread quickly. But clarity did not. No one knew how Caesar would act, or how far he would go.
They say Caesar is marching south.
That cannot be true. He would never go that far.
Then you never understood him.
The reports are spreading. Caesar is moving.
Marching? With his army? Then this will not end quickly.
As uncertainty turned to fear, allies fled, homes were emptied, and the city began to clear. Pompey understood the danger immediately. Rome had no army to defend it. His legions were elsewhere. To remain was to be trapped. He withdrew from Italy and sailed east to Greece, where his forces could be gathered. Cato rejected disbelief. The law had failed. Cicero saw the end of restraint itself. This was no longer debate, it was war.
Forward, men! The destiny of Rome rides with us.
North of Rome, Caesar reached a narrow river, shallow, ordinary, easily crossed. But the meaning was unmistakable. No Roman general was permitted to cross with an army. Caesar crossed anyway. The act was simple. The consequences were not. When Caesar entered Rome, there was no resistance. The city had already been abandoned. The Republic did not fall that day, but it would never recover.